Guys, let me teach you how to dab. So put your head like this, and then you sneeze into the arm and come back. Easy, right? Hello, everyone. So welcome to another episode. Anyone's guess? Woo! And why aren't you so excited, Greg? I, I mean, guys, it's been what, like 2 weeks, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh
like
my
it's
god.
yeah, it's cause my computer broke down in the middle, and then I would blame it on the Windows update. So that's what happened. So
Blame it on Windows.
yeah, I found that it's just not just it's not just me who had that issue. So there were some good amount of people out there because of the Windows update. It butchered up their motherboard. So when I went to the
Butchered up their motherboard.
yeah, his motherboard is just a completely yang hu thing.
What?
I don't know. I just came up with the word.
I thought you were saying it in Korean or something.
No, I don't know. I just made up the word. So I went through an entire journey. So like, if you wanna listen, if you want to know what happened to my computer and what kind of journey that I went through, I strongly recommend you to watch my role play that I uploaded about like 20 minutes ago. So it's a role
Hmm.
play. It's like I haven't done role play for a while. So well, there's some announcement right there. But
True.
anyway, so how have you been, Greg?
How have I been?
Yeah,
Hmm. Good, I guess.
good.
Nothing to complain about.
No, okay. Nothing, anything interesting? No girl,
Interesting.
no new
Girl.
friends,
No.
nothing. No? Okay. Okay, I
Who do you think
tried.
I am?
I tried, okay? I tried to make it interesting.
Did you meet a girl?
No, not really actually.
Oh, okay.
I meet girls every time, when you walk on the street, you see girls, and then you see guys too,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
All
don't
right
you see
then.
that? Like you see old people, you see young people,
No.
Yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, so we are starting the show, and well, let's ask Greg, what is the topic of the science fiction today?
Oh. Today we'll be discussing the 1979 science fiction horror classic, Alien.
Woo! So what you have on the shoulder, on the shoulder area, like the back. So what is it?
It's a face hugger.
Yeah, face like if you guys have seen the movie, then you would know what this is. So
It's not as happy in the movie.
yeah, it's like so gross. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. But
They made it out of oysters.
I was actually thinking that it kind of looked like a seafood. So there's a scene where like kind of they flip it over. It kind of like gets off from the face, right? And then
That
yeah, as it comes on and then gets off from the face, and then they kind of trying to dissect it, right? So when they show the bottom part, like underneath of the thing, it kind of looks like seafood. So I was like, oh,
it's
that
gross.
yeah, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I was like, yeah, I kind of had a hunch, but like now I know it's actually a
Hmm.
seafood. So all right, so I think that's a good intro for now. So do you want to get started into the science fiction?
Get started into it.
Yeah, so I will give you the short summary, my own
Sure.
version, and then okay, this is how
We'll
I'm
have
gonna go. Yeah,
Beanie's interpretation
in
if
my
it's incorrect,
interpretation of the movie.
and then I'll tell you how it actually goes.
Yeah, and then we're gonna talk more in detail. All right. All right. From what I understood from the movie, so there is a spaceship, right? They're on a mission or something, and then there's a group of 6 people, in the ship or more than that or something like that, and then they kind of like land in this like weird star or like the planet, and then like they get down there and then trying to explore, and then they find this ruin, this like old like abandoned ship also, but as well as the other parts where this guy, I forgot his name, but he discovers this like parts where this covered by thin air above like a bunch of eggs, that's like like you know it's get is around like they're together, and then he actually slips down, and then he gets closer to the eggs, and then he looks at how what's going on in the eggs, and then he actually gets attacked by what's inside, and then he kind of like melts the helmet, and then he kind of comes into he gets like stuck on his face, and then the people who were out there brought him back, and then saying like, oh, we have emergency, we need to bring him back, and then this like person was like, oh well, there's a code, it's you shouldn't really let them in because he's infested, or right, and then
Hmm.
but
Contamination.
they bring him in anyway, but he's unconscious. But they find out that like, the thing is actually giving the oxygen into his face, or no, not into his face, but like his body, whatever, or something. That's like what he's maintaining, and then they left it on, and then the thing just comes off eventually, and then I thought it was dead, but it's like it looks like it's dead, but like later on, like the person who was attacked, like functions normally, but when when he eats breakfast, he's like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah," and then he goes and then he like spits out this like tiny baby alien, and then he goes around and grows really quick, and then there's a like a random cat, and then there's the cat owner goes, and then he dies first, and then the alien kills everybody except for one main character, and then the main character kind of like dismiss the alien, and that's the end. Dun dun dun.
Dismissed the alien.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Well, okay, so that's my quick summary. Did you guys understand? Did you guys like it? I hope you did.
That was something. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. All right. So dun dun dun.
All
Yeah.
right, so there. It starts with a spaceship. You were right about that.
Oh, okay.
They're towing ore
Uh-huh.
to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I believe it's like 20 million tons
Mm-hmm.
of ore.
Uh-huh.
And how their system of space travel works is, you get on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
you get it ready, you jump into whatever hyperspace or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go into cryo sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beginning, they wake up.
Oh, the
computer
bathing suit
mother-
part.
They were, I guess.
Yeah, the suit
I
they were
would call
wearing when they go into the pod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
thought it looked like a bathing suit actually. I was like, what
Yes,
the
I
heck they're
know.
wearing? You
Well, they're not
gotta,
gonna
yeah.
take it.
Oh.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but they wake up and they're like, they just start like the first thing they do is eat, because I guess cryo sleep takes a lot out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about what they're gonna do at Earth or whatever. And then they go to the bridge and they realize they're not at Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That the computer woke them up because it detected a signal of unknown origin.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently in their corporate contracts,
Yeah.
there's a clause that says if they ever find any unknown signals or signs of alien life, they have to stop and investigate it.
Oh, I see. I see.
Which is why they randomly stopped in the middle of nowhere. So
Uh-huh.
they go to the planet the signal's coming from,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when they find the derelict spaceship.
Uh-huh.
And then they go out and they go to the ship and they go inside, and then they see an alien,
Mm-hmm.
a dead alien, who had a hole coming out of him
Uh-huh.
in his chest. And even the captain noted that the bones are bent outwards.
What do you mean by that? Like, I don't understand. What was it again?
The alien?
Yeah, so alien. So are you talking about how alien looks like?
No, he had a hole in him,
Hole in him. Oh, you mean
like
the
a
guy
wound.
who had the guy
No,
who
no,
got
no,
attacked?
no. The dead alien that was sitting in the chair.
Oh,
He
yeah,
had a
yeah, yeah. Okay,
hole
okay,
in
okay.
his
Uh-huh.
ribs,
Mhm.
and the bones were bent outwards,
Mhm.
which is weird because if something like shot him or he got hit by debris or something, the bones would bend inwards.
Uh-huh.
So that's your first clue that something's not quite right.
Mhm.
And then they find a hole that's
Mhm.
kind of melted into the spaceship, and
Mhm.
they go down. Well, one guy goes down the hole by himself.
Mhm.
Great idea. Go by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Trips into the eggs,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
then the
yeah, yeah,
egg
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
opens up, and
Uh-huh.
then jumps on his head,
Mhm.
and they bring him back to the ship.
Uh-huh.
And that's when the Ripley, the girl, the main
Uh-huh.
girl, says, "Well, we have a quarantine policy here. You just can't bring an alien onto
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ship."
yeah, yeah.
And
Exactly.
then the captain's like, "Well, this is an order," and she's like, "I'm not gonna break the law." And
Uh-huh.
then the science officer just opens the door for him and lets him in.
Mhm.
And what happens after that? The take him to the
Greg, you
they
should
take him
know.
to the
You're the
medical bay.
teacher.
They take him to the medical bay, and they're looking
Uh-huh.
at the alien, and it
Mhm.
is what they can see that it has a tube down his throat. It's helping him to breathe. It's keeping him
Oh,
alive.
so there's tube down his throat? That's what happens?
Right.
Okay, so
Yes.
guys, if you don't know what's actually happening, then the thing that's like the doll thing in the back of his right there. So that thing had a tube inside that person who has
It
like
was coming out of here, and
yeah,
it was
it's
going
like
down his throat.
yeah, going down his throat like yeah, and
Because
then that's
and
like sustaining
these
him.
were like acting like lungs. They were like expanding and pushing air
Yeah,
into.
so there's a part where they're trying to like, open like get rid of it.
They
And
tried to
then
cut a leg off,
yeah, and then the
and
acid comes out.
it
Yeah.
had acid blood that was dripping through the ship.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's so disgusting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but continue, Greg.
All right, so
Mhm.
all right, they were analyzing alien. Okay, the science officer's like really obsessed with this alien,
Mhm.
and it's really what's really odd is no one else seems to really care that they found an alien life form.
Oh yeah.
They're just like, okay, whatever. And
So
then
is
this
it does that kind of imply that like they were kind of so like exposed to new life forms or something like that?
that's one
Theory?
interpretation.
Mhm.
The other one is I don't remember now. It's like they
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
um,
Anyway.
so they go about their business. They're trying to fix the ship because when they landed it, it kind of busted it up a little bit
Yeah, yeah.
because it's like a hostile planet.
Mhm.
And so they're fixing the ship, and then suddenly the guy in the medical bay is sitting up talking. The thing from his face is gone,
Mhm.
and so they're like, okay, well, you're doing all right, so let's just leave. They fly up into space again. They reconnect with their cargo,
Mhm.
and they are like, the guy's like, can I eat before we get frozen again? And they're like,
Oh
sure.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they all
yeah,
have
yeah.
they go have a meal, and during the meal, the guy starts like coughing, and they
Yeah,
lay him
that's
on the
like that.
table, and then it's like
Yeah, and yeah, exactly, exactly. And then there's like a blood spews out from his chest. Pew! And there's the screams
yes,
like.
yes, the girl screams because,
Yeah, and
and
then
then
like they're like,
an
and it's
alien
like,
bursts out of his chest.
and then there's like, and then runs off.
Yes,
I mean that.
that's funny. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, and then that part was kind of like I can tell that it's from the old, old
yeah,
days because it was so apparent that it was just the doll, and it's like
it's great.
the Muppet just runs off. It just looks like that.
And then, so then they're like freaking out. This
Uh-huh.
guy's dead. They shoot him into space,
Uh-huh. Oh
and
yeah, he dies, right? Like he dies,
oh
and
yeah, he's totally dead.
yeah.
They ejected his body into space.
Mhm.
And then they're like, well, we got to capture this thing and
Mhm.
and also send it into space because it's just gonna probably murder us or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking for it.
Uh-huh.
That's when they find that cat. I don't know whose cat it is. They
I
don't really
thought I thought it
say.
was the guy's cat. The one. Okay, so there was a. Okay, there's a cat named Jones, right? Jones, and then it just randomly appears, and then I didn't know there was a cat inside until
It
that.
was in a locker.
Oh, okay. And then like this person just goes out of his way to look for the cat, and then I
Well,
thought that
they
was
had
the.
they made these tracker things that detect movement.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they found the cat in the first place. And
Oh, okay.
like they track down this movement, and they're like, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
this is where it is," and then it's the cat, and the
Mm-hmm.
guy lets the cat go,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Well, why'd you do that? We're just gonna pick it up on the tracker thing again." So they're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he's like, "Okay, I'll go get it," and he goes off by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what happens when you go off by yourself?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
gets killed.
So actually, it was like it was up there, and it was like it's up the head like, and then he just dies, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then actually, when it's like, does that mean like alien eats the body?
Don't they don't really talk about it.
Yeah, I mean the body's just
And
completely gone.
the director's cut,
Uh huh.
it shows what happens to their bodies. Um, it kind of like pins them against the wall, and it turns them into like an egg.
Uh huh.
And I guess it was trying to make more face huggers,
Uh huh.
I guess. But I mean, that's not. I don't know if that's actually canon, the director's cut or
I see.
not. But yeah, they don't find his body, so they decide they see that it went into an air duct, so they're like,
Mhm.
all right, and they know it's big now. It was like
Mhm.
this size, and now it's like bigger than a person.
Yeah, it grows so quick, so quick. I was like, what? I mean, what is it
So-
fitted off from? You know?
So they decide, since it's in the air ducts and it's
Mhm.
so big, it can only go this one direction.
Mhm.
So they close off the end,
Mhm.
and where it ends up will be like the hatch where you can
Mhm.
the airlock. That's the word I'm looking for. It'll be in the airlock,
Uh-huh.
so they can jettison it into space. So
Mhm.
they close off the ends. The
Mhm.
captain's like, "I'll go in and scare it towards the airlock," because they
Mhm.
built some flamethrowers because they figure
Mhm.
most creatures don't like sudden changes in temperature.
Uh-huh.
So he goes in there,
Uh-huh.
and they're like tracking his movement with the tracker.
Uh-huh.
And then they see the alien on it, and they're like, okay. And then the alien stops moving, and he's like, well, what do I do? And then the alien starts moving towards them, and she goes, run away, run away.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, it is Jaws in space.
Mhm.
Anyway, and so he runs away, which ends
Uh-huh.
up going towards it,
Uh-huh.
and he dies.
Mhm.
And so after that happens, Ripley's in charge because the two people in front of her were dead.
Mhm.
So she's like, well, we'll keep trying this plan because it's all we got.
Mm.
And while they're doing that, Ripley's like, I'm going to talk to Mother, which is like I said before, it's the computer that controls the
Yeah,
ship.
it was so weird. And when they said it's mother, I was like, wait, who's the mother? And I was like, and it's like, it's the
It's like,
whole
it's
ship.
supposed to be like MUTHER or something like that.
MUTHER
an
is a
acronym.
Mother.
It's an acronym for something.
Oh, okay. But
So
okay.
she goes to talk to Mother,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, she's like, what? How do we kill this thing? And it's like, I can't answer that. Special order something or other.
Hmm.
And she's like, what is that? And she goes, only science officers can look at that.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yeah.
all text, though. I'm adding the
Mhm.
personality to the computer.
Yeah.
Like, command override, and it's like, well, since we found aliens, the main objective now is to capture the alien and take it to Earth for
Mhm.
study.
Mhm.
All other priorities are secondary, including the safety of the crew.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh. And then the science officer's like, hey, I'm right here too. And he's like, so you know the secret order thing now, right?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, yeah, I do. And she tries to get away from him,
Mhm.
and he follows her, and he's like shutting doors in front of her.
Uh-huh.
and so she's like freaking out, and then he's trying to suffocate her with a magazine. I
Yeah,
didn't
that
get
was
that
so
part, but
weird. I
he's
was
trying to
like,
suffocate her with a
you know,
magazine.
and then I was like, I thought it was like he was like affected by the alien actually. I was like, and then he was
He's not.
like having like white sweat, you
Yeah, he had a
know.
white
Yeah,
drip coming
yeah,
down, and
white
you're
drip
like, you're
on
supposed
his
to be like,
face.
what's all that all
Yeah, I
about?
was like, I mean, I thought he was like infested, like you know, he's like, you know, he's like, you know, something's going on within his body,
I
so it's
think
like in a
she
control.
pushed him at some point,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of broke his skin, and he's an uh, that's his blood basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So the other two people show up. The two people that are left show up and rip him off of her, and
Uh-huh.
they're like, he's like super strong all of a sudden, and they're like, what's going on? And he hits him in the head with a fire extinguisher, and he's like
Uh-huh.
beating him on the head, and
And
it's
then
like white
yeah.
white stuff's going everywhere, and it's like, what
Uh-huh.
is going on?
And
And
the
his head
white
pops
blood.
off.
All the
His head
blood.
pops off.
All the blood.
His head pops off, and it's like dangling next to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's still fighting him. It was
Uh-huh.
great scene.
Yeah. I'm like,
So he's an
oh,
android.
yeah, that was such a weird part, cause like
You're not expecting him to be an android.
yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be an android, and plus, why would android suffocate someone with a magazine? Like he just rolls up the magazine like this, and then just shoves it into the throat like that, and then
I
she's
think he
like,
was trying not to leave a mark on her. I guess.
oh, that's pretty smart. I mean, even then, like,
So he could still use the other two people to help him.
oh, okay.
Well, I mean, if she died, then he could still work with the other two people
Mm-hmm.
if they didn't know how she died. You know,
That's
but I don't
true.
know. Maybe I don't know if that's what he was trying to do, but that's the only thing I could think of.
Dun dun dun.
Because I mean, he's a super strong android. He could just strangle her.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So then they decide, hey, this guy's a robot. He's not actually dead. We can talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
So they hook up his head to like power or something, and they're like, "Wake up!" He's like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, oh yeah, I remember that part. Like,
and so I'm like, "How do
yeah,
we kill this thing?" And he's like, "I'm not helping you."
yeah.
And he's like, "It's the perfect organism," and he's going on about how great this thing is,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
it's
then
really
one
weird.
person
And
goes
then
like, "You admire it," and then he just goes silent. And I was like, "Oh."
yeah, and it's well, he's a robot. He can't really admire it, but also
Yeah.
he is kind of admiring it. It's
But he
weird.
also
I don't know.
said something about you have my sympathy, and
Oh
he
yeah, he said
smiles.
when they're about to leave, he's like, "Let me say one more thing
Yeah.
before you turn me off." And he's like, "I don't think your chances." Well, he says, "I won't say anything about your chances, but you have my sympathies." So
Uh-huh.
he's basically implying that they're all gonna die.
Yeah. And I'm like,
So they turn
oh.
him off, and then they leave, and the one guy's like melts him with a flamethrower.
Yeah. It's like,
Pretty great.
Die, die, die. And then it was pretty very graphic though. Like you know, within the robot's body, it kind of looked like intestines like entangled up with the
Yeah,
system.
kinda did.
Also, yeah, I was like, that's so detailed. But anyway, yeah.
So then they decide, since everyone's pretty much dead,
Uh-huh.
they'll just escape on this shuttle that can only fit 3
Mhm.
people.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, "All right, let's do this. Let's
Mhm.
get." I think they were getting fuel or something. I
Yeah,
really
they were
don't know
getting
what the
fuel
two
and the
people were doing.
cooler.
Yeah,
The
and she
coolant,
went
I
to get the
think.
shut, and then
Uh-huh.
Ripley went to get the shuttle ready by
Mhm.
herself. Which in this is the one time being by yourself is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Because
And,
she's the protagonist. Haha.
Well, yeah. Oh, you ruined the movie. And, so the two people are making a lot of noise,
Mm-hmm.
getting these fuel containers,
Mm-hmm.
and the alien ends up coming there and killing them.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ripley starts to self-destruct and runs to the shuttle,
Mm-hmm.
and then she sees the alien,
Mm-hmm.
and she runs back to the self-destruct, tries to turn it off, but it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes back to the shuttle,
Mm-hmm.
and the alien's not there anymore. She's like, cool. And she gets on the shuttle,
Mm-hmm.
skedaddles,
Mm-hmm.
and then the ship blows up.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably all is well. She starts getting ready to go to sleep in her cryopod.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'll be picked up in like 60 years, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And then the aliens, boom, right there
Yeah, in the corner.
in the corner, yeah.
But the thing is, like, the alien doesn't do anything at the moment. I was like,
Yeah, it's like it was like hiding in the cords.
yeah. Even though, I mean, she was right there, like she
She was
didn't
she
move.
she was being kind of quiet too, though. She didn't like yell when she saw it or anything.
But still, well, okay. I mean, I thought it was a perfect the creature that has a heightened sense of everything, that who can
Well,
sense
they never
everything.
said it had a heightened sense of
Okay,
everything. It
I
doesn't even
said it.
have
Okay,
eyeballs.
I said it.
It's sleek. It doesn't have. She goes into the spacesuit
Mhm.
that's hanging right there, and she like depressurizes uh,
Mhm.
and then the alien suddenly realizes she's there.
Mhm.
It's just you.
Mhm.
I think that was part of it. And
Yeah.
then it's like right there, and she hits the button, and the doors open, and all the air shoots out, and the alien goes too, and it's like hanging on to the door frame,
Mhm. Mhm.
and she shoots it with a harpoon gun that
Mhm.
has a cord attached to it,
Mhm.
but so it goes out, but it's still attached by the harpoon, so
Mhm.
the door shuts, and it's like trying to crawl back into the ship
Mhm.
engine, and then she turns the engines on,
Mhm.
fly off,
Mhm.
and then she's safe.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, yeah, so that's the whole story of Alien. So yeah, thanks Greg for the explanation.
You're
And if
welcome.
you want to actually understand like what we are saying, it's like it's when I announce what the next movie will be, and then you guys can watch also in order like to have a better understanding of what we're saying. So we're kind of based on the movie, and we're just giving it a quick summary. So we're just kind of like doing a spoiler. So
I
yeah,
wouldn't call it mine quick, but yeah,
yeah. So I
that's it
mean,
right there.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's
Quicker than
just
the actual movie.
that's true. Quicker than the actual movie. Okay, so Nightmare has been saying like I don't understand what you're saying, and it's because I mean like okay, whole movie the alien is just that it's like this spaceship goes to this like unfound planet, and then it lands and finds a creature, and then the some of that kind of comes in to the spaceship, but they depart from the planet, so they're kind of stuck with that alien inside the spaceship, and then the alien comes alive and then just goes around and killing people except for the protagonist, and then later on like the alien sticks with the protagonist spaceship also, and then but the protagonist goes like, okay, I'm gonna defeat it, and then it kills it, and that's the end. Yeah. Yeah, that's the very
Yeah.
simple, quick summary, and everything else, Greg said it. So,
I said everything.
yeah. So if you guys have any questions, this is the time to ask. So now we can actually look at the chat and answer some questions. So, but I want to ask you, Greg, what is your favorite part of the movie?
It's got to be the chest burster scene.
Chest
The best
bursters?
part of the whole
Oh,
movie.
let me see.
When the thing pops out of his chest, it's just so great. It's
Mhm.
just a great time
Mhm.
great time for everyone there. I think it's an interesting fact about that scene is
Uh huh.
um, the blood splatter.
Mhm.
Uh, when that happened, they didn't know how much blood it was going to be
Mhm.
or where it would land. So when that girl got blood all over her,
Uh huh.
she was honestly screaming because she had no idea that was about to happen.
Yeah, I was like, ah! And I would have screamed too. I was like, oh, something happens, like blood spews all over your face, and I'd be like, ah! That's just normal reaction.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's genuine.
Mhm. So yeah, it's just that's very genuine reaction. Well, yeah, well portrayed, and I thought that character was kind of stupid in a way, cause that character she had a chance to survive because she went to get the cooler with this other guy, and then when the other guy was like getting attention, like kind of holding down the alien, he tells her
Oh
to
yeah,
like,
get out
move
of there.
away, but she just stays there because she's so shocked and she doesn't know what to do, and then like she gets killed also, and then yeah,
Yeah,
but
paralyzed by fear.
hmm but apparently apparently it has a lot of series, right? And then it kind of like it unfolds what actually happens, right? I kind of remember the later part also, like something like
The other movies?
yeah, the other Alien 1, 2, 3 or
Oh, I
something.
haven't seen the other ones.
Other ones, like
No, the second one's an action movie. It's not really horror,
mhm,
from what I know. I haven't seen it. And
mhm,
then like 3 and 4 are like super bad.
uh-huh.
And then like they made like Alien versus Predators, which is also kind of in there.
Oh, okay. Kind of don't want to
And
watch that.
Predators is awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
is awesome. Predators, the movie is bad. They have these. The problem with these movies is they're all named very similarly. Is
Mm.
Alien, Aliens, and
Oh
then I don't
yeah, I've
remember.
seen. Yeah, so I searched on YouTube. If you search aliens, then you see this whole different movie. So
It's the second movie.
it's the second movie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Aliens is the second movie.
But okay, so well, actually, Nightmare Gamers Bro is actually asked, is this a game? I think it kind of turned into a game, right? No,
There is a game, Alien Isolation. I mean, there's other games,
but that's the
but
isolation is based on the movie.
Is that Alien Isolation is like a sequel
Mm-hmm.
to the movie. It's about her daughter
Mm-hmm.
trying to find out what happened to her, and it's set on a space station, and it's before the second movie, so it's like in between.
Mm.
I played half of it.
Oh, okay,
It's
that's
alright.
interesting.
It nails the aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's interesting, but it kind of
Mm-hmm.
has other problems with it that I didn't really like. But
Oh.
anyway,
Hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
so
So.
I think, what do you think of it as a horror movie? I know you don't really like horror
Oh
movies.
yeah. Okay, that's a good question. So when I was watching it, I didn't like the jump scare, and then there were so many parts that I was indicating the jump scare. So I actually kind of like
Right.
skipped the jump
Oh,
scare part.
really?
Yeah. I just like like a 5 seconds later, it's like that button, like
So,
arrow key. So
so you
like
missed all
clicked
the
it.
cat, the fake outs with the cat?
Fake out was like, I mean, I was like, I couldn't understand what's going on, but like
No, I mean like they'd be like zooming in on this part, and then it'd be like the cat's there, and it's like,
oh yeah, 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 yeah. And then another thing that I did was like whenever I see that, I would just pay attention to something else. I'll be looking at my phone until it passes by. I'm like, that saved me a whole lot. And the thing, and another one is that like the fact that it was an old movie, it wasn't as scary. So I thought that was pretty good. You know what? I get scared really well, really, yeah, really well. So, Mari, I'm a cheater, but I am proud of it.
I think it's really good at building tension.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like
gotta say.
the first like 5 minutes of the movie don't even have a human in it. It's just a spaceship, empty corridors.
Mm-hmm.
The ship's like lights turning on randomly.
Yeah.
Um, and then it really nails home the
Mm-hmm.
fact that they're out in the middle of nowhere, and there's
Mm-hmm.
really nowhere they could go if they needed help.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sets in some dread a little bit,
Mm-hmm. I
and
see.
I think it's interesting that once the alien becomes the big one, that one's called the xenomorph, the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Once it becomes that, it only has 4 minutes of screen time,
Mm.
and it's like it doesn't even appear until halfway through the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I see.
Um,
Uh-huh.
I would be remiss in not mentioning the sexual themes in this movie.
What do you mean?
Um,
There's nothing sexual about it.
oh, I beg to differ, sir.
What?
There
What?
is so much in this movie. Okay.
I
Um,
don't. What?
First off,
Uh-huh.
this thing,
Uh-huh.
that's rape.
That's indicating rape?
Yes, it's raping them. Yes.
Okay.
I didn't make this up, man. This is stuff that people talk about. That's rape.
Really? Okay. All right.
It is. There's the plus side of it is that it's on a guy, so it's more progressive. It's not like a damsel in distress kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then when it comes out of his chest, It's kind of phallic shaped.
Really?
Y- Yeah.
I missed that
It's
part.
like it's like a tube, man. It bursts out of his. Okay. Anyway, it's
I
also
didn't
kind of
really
like a
pay
birth
attention.
thing.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
There's a lot of birth symbolism too when they wake up from the cryo sleep.
Uh huh.
The chest burster.
Uh huh.
Anyway, and so
And the
also
bathing
the
suit.
shape
That's very sexual, I guess.
the shape of the alien's head
Uh huh.
is also very phallic.
Yeah, Laurie got me like
Just
a bathing suit. She's also saying some bathing suits for the cryo sleep.
whatever. Anyway,
Uh huh. And another
there's a
one.
lot of
Okay, so what else? Is I'm sure there's more, right?
that's all I can remember off the top of my head.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
But I
that's
mean,
pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
the yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty progressive for 1979 having a female protagonist.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 1979. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true.
Also, there's like this like law,
Mm-hmm.
movie law, not a real law, a made up law,
Mm-hmm.
where uh most movies, if they have more than two girls or if they have two or more girls in it,
Uh-huh.
they'll never talk to each other unless it's about a boy.
Oh.
And this is like one of the few movies that
Uh-huh.
they actually talk to each other
Uh-huh.
and they don't talk about a boy. So yeah.
Oh, actually, there's another rule. What is this? This is kind of racist. But like, I think you would know what about to talk about. Like in the scary movies,
Oh.
it's like it's no offense, but like they say African Americans are the ones that die.
They
That
always die first.
die first, right? And then this did not have that. So he actually
He was third to
almost,
last.
yeah, till the last. I was like, whoa. This is cool. And then when I saw
Yeah.
that African American guy, I was like, he's gonna die
thought he was
first.
gonna die
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna die first because like all the movies are kind of being racist about it, and then
Mhm.
it was actually really new, and then I really loved it. So I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it's like kind of like uh breaking the paradigm. Even in the old
Mm.
days. It's like
Mhm.
they don't really
Very
follow.
progressive.
Very, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, very progressive. So if you like, if you guys, I mean, I would recommend watching it, especially if you really love scary movies.
Or
Um,
science. It's good science fiction and it's good
uh-huh.
horror. So if you like either, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a really, really good one. So,
It's a very it's a hard science fiction. I wouldn't call it like Star Wars is soft science fiction. It's
what is a
like
hard science fiction and soft
it's
science
like okay,
fiction?
so it's like in this movie they're all like they have to work on the spaceship. They're all
Uh-huh.
serious. It's their job.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like it's like part of the plot is that it's the science is part of the plot.
Mm-hmm.
But in like Star Wars, it's like it's just a backdrop.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell the same story
Mm-hmm.
it with whatever. It doesn't really matter.
No.
And it's kind of ancillary.
I
And
think
it's
I think
like
you kind of totally
like
lost me right there. Like,
it's, you don't need it.
uh-huh.
In like Star Wars, you could tell the same story
Uh-huh.
without the science fiction. You could just have they could go around on boats or whatever. It wouldn't matter.
That's hard science fiction?
That's soft.
That's soft. So without even telling knowing the like background or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
The science. It's like the science is secondary.
Uh-huh.
There's hardly any science in the movie.
Uh-huh.
It's just a backdrop.
Oh, that is soft.
Yeah, that is soft.
But
In this movie,
uh-huh.
it's much more center,
Uh-huh.
and it's like people have to work on the ship. They have to be smart, and they have to know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They have to like they made tools to fight the alien,
Uh-huh.
stuff like that.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. So it's more like soft touch on the science versus like hard touch on the science,
Um,
right?
I have to bring up the fact that the alien's face,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know how it had those kind of like tendons.
Did it?
When it opened its mouth, it had like tendons, and there's another mouth in it.
Oh
You know,
yeah, 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 yeah.
the tendons were made out of ripped condoms,
Oh what?
and the drool was
Uh-huh.
made out of KY jelly.
What's KY jelly? Oh, okay, okay. I think
Uh,
okay, all right. I think I know what you.
it's for fun times.
Yeah, so fun times.
All right,
But
lubricant. It's a lubricant. There you go.
yeah, okay, all right, awesome. All right, awkward.
Hey, you
It's
asked what it was.
um, okay, here okay, so Laurie says soft sci-fi was full spacesuits and hard sci-fi that was slave. Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
I see, I see. Well, I kind of don't get the reference, but anyway. So, well, I
Well, you
think.
haven't seen Return of the Jedi. That's why you don't understand the reference.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Laurie, but is there like any questions that you guys want to ask and anything that you want to share
Oh, they
more?
turn on the joke.
Huh?
Soft sci.
What?
Okay, no.
Okay, I don't understand. Okay, I really don't understand what's going on.
Oh, I hope it's a joke. They said hard sci. In Return of the Jedi, Leia gets captured and has to wear like a metal bikini. So I'm
Oh.
I'm thinking that hard science fiction is a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, interesting. Oh, interesting. But anyway, well, yeah. I think this is it for the science fiction, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should come up with a name for this section.
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah. This is we need. Yeah, if you guys have any like things that you want to name this corner, then you're welcome to suggest me or Greg. He has Instagram and you can DM him also. So Greg Rec is his
No,
no
Greg. It's
Greg Rec.
backwards.
Oh,
Last
Rec
first.
Greg. Oh,
First last.
okay. Rec Greg. So RECHGREG, and mine is Gideon.J.Chung. So my full name. But
JLJ.com.
anyway, so yeah, I think yeah, I mean like I think well yeah, and don't forget to give us any suggestions if you guys have any. We are trying to improve more on the show so we can
Mhm.
actually have a more beneficial and more fun time, right? Right?
Fun time, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Greg, do you want to have anything for the last like before the intermission?
No, I think we covered everything.
We covered everything? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay then. Thank you guys for watching this corner, and we'll be back in second half. Then I'll see you guys soon. Hey, welcome back to Anyone's Guess, and now we're gonna talk about K-pop SNSD. Woo!
Alright, you're really
Okay.
excited.
You're making me really feel awkward, Greg. Greg. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about Sonya and Sonya is like kind of right now it's very used to be big, well not anymore, but I mean well still is, but they're like iconic like a girl group at the moment, but it kind of still is, but they're in the phase of fading out. Anyway, so and yeah, so I'm gonna just talk to give you a very brief like a background of SNSD. So SNSD, as well as known as the 소녀시대, the girls' generation, they consisted of about like 8 members. And okay, so it used to be 9 members, but Jessica, she departed from the group in September 2014 because of some conflicts, right? And then the
Uh-oh.
members are Taeyeon, Sunny, Tiffany, Hyoyeon, Yuri, Suyoung, Yuna, and Seohyun. So actually, it's kind of funny that
Tiffany.
I know a lot of you guys know Super Junior, right? The Super Junior is consisted of 13 members or so, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And they started the girls' generation as like a girls group of Super Junior. That was the intention of SM. So that's what happened, and they debuted in 2007 as a girls' generation, as a meaning that is the girls will rule in this generation. So yeah, so they were yeah, Super Junior, so 2007, and I said okay. Okay, go. Okay. The first album was 다시 만난 세계, Into the New World. So it's known as like eponymous album. I don't even know what that means, but I just found it on Wikipedia. So so that is the very first song, and there's a title song of the album. So and then there's actually the remake of the old song, but it wasn't like as popular. So back then they were kind of competing against this other girl group called uh like oh, sorry, I forgot the name, but this other girl group who was pretty popular, and then there was kind of like getting more popular, but in 2009, Girls' Generation got really popular through the song called G. Hey, you guys know G, right? G, 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 baby, 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 G, 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 and then that actually was the greatest hit at the moment. So in KBS Music Bank is the music program on TV show, and then they won 9 weeks in a row. So they won with that song with 9 weeks in a row. That's a pretty amazing the show like, that happens.
Wow.
And if you guys, I mean, you guys know 2NE1, right? The very when they just came out, I think they won 13 in a row, but I kind of like kind of broke the record right there. But anyway, but they consolidated their popularity with "Tell Me Your Wish," as known as Genie, and "Oh," that goes like "Oh oh 나를 사랑해 나 아주 많이 해." And then there's a "Run Devil Run," and I think yeah, the "Run Devil Run" is another one, and then actually Greg really likes it. Right? Didn't you say
I
that?
said it was one of their better songs. I'll give them that.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. I
Yeah.
mean yeah. Well, we'll
Like
talk more into it.
top three maybe.
Yes. Yeah, we'll talk about how. Yeah, well, he's gonna give me some feedback on the girls' generation. So, anyway, and actually, in 2010, September 8th, Japan debut single album Genie and got second place in Oricon Daily chart. And the second single album G was sold 60,000 copies on the first week of the release, and on the daily on the daily Oricon chart, it won the first, and then the weekly it won the second. So, and then they kind of ventured into Europe and USA also, but we obviously don't really hear about it in America.
Nope.
But and then later on, they actually kind of made a mini album in 2012 and April 30th as T Tessa Tet Tisa.
April 30th. That's
Yes.
my birthday.
Oh, really? Oh, so that's a common like thing right there.
We're destined to be
Yeah,
together.
we're destined to
Me
be.
and the whole band.
And then you guys know the Twinkle? Um, I don't know if you guys know the Twinkle, but like that is done by Tetisa, Taeyeon, Tiffany, and Seoyeon. So they kind of like grouped. It's just a small group of people who are popular, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, and that's the basically the background of Girls' Generation. Woo! Woo! What?
Why are you cheering?
What? I just wanted to make some sound effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, all right.
And so Greg, so if you have any like feedbacks on the questions or how actually okay, so before we go into that, so we actually got to listen to three songs, which is
Hmm.
G, and it's the top three songs for of them. So G and 다시 만난 세계, Into the New World, and I Got a Boy, you know. And we listened to three of the
Man, oh
songs.
man.
Oh man, oh man, how did you like that?
Oh boy. Uh, well,
Well,
I like G.
hmm
G was all right. Um,
it
it
was
was
just all
catchy.
right,
It was
catchy.
catchy.
Okay, catchy.
Catchy song, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Music video was kind of weird with the whole mannequin business, but whatever.
Why? Like, do listen, boys.
Uh-huh.
And was it? How does
Um,
it go? I got sunshine. Oh yeah. Something like that.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was it's one of their better songs in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, and then Into the New World. I did
Mm-hmm.
not like that.
Boo. Boo.
It's
Guys,
just
boo
like
Greg now.
the song is like it's all right. I mean, I'll give it to them that they're like actually singing.
mm-hmm.
It's like demonstrating them vocally.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Like
Greg.
was like each other things.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, Greg, can you repeat that part again? Because you kind of broke up in the middle. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
about the video?
Yeah. Just a little tiny
Didn't
segments.
really. The song was good at demonstrating them vocally,
Uh-huh.
but I don't really like it. And the video was really weird. It was like, especially the playing part. That really threw the whole video
Mm-hmm.
off for me.
Uh-huh.
Like one of them's teaching another one how to fly a plane,
Uh-huh.
but the other girl's not in the plane. She's just like yelling at her. How how do you how would they even hear you over the engine? It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe they were just mouthing over, you know?
No, it doesn't make any sense. And and then what's the third one? I Got a Boy. Oh my gosh.
I got a boy, Machin. I got
It's
a boy, Chakan. But
I
okay,
don't
okay, let me ask you, how does it sound like to you when they say boy, Machin, boy, Chakan? Because like people been saying like it looks like, yeah, see aliens is like boy on my chin. Does it sound like that to you?
no, it just sounded like I got a boy and then some word I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try to interpret it in English or anything. It
And
just
I
sounded like I got a boy and then something.
uh-huh.
Tin. Shimmer shimmer. I don't know. I really don't try to hear it in English when they're not doing English.
Uh-huh.
I'll get when they're in English, but
Uh-huh.
I don't try to like hear the other parts in English.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know. But that video was like really weird
Mm-hmm.
too. It's like they're trying to be American,
Mm-hmm.
and especially that one girl, they like made her look. I don't know. It was, I guess it was her makeup. It made her look
Uh-huh.
to try to like make her look white, and it was really off-putting to me.
Oh.
And then one of them said something in English in the song, like
Uh-huh.
said it. They didn't sing it,
Uh-huh.
and it sounded really weird
You couldn't
to me.
understand?
No, I understood it
Okay.
perfectly, which
Okay.
was the weird part.
Okay, so what is
It
the
was like
word? What is the
it was
line?
like, oh, I don't remember. It was
You don't
enunciated. It was enunciated correctly and everything,
Uh-huh.
and it was so off-putting. I thought that they had first, not first, a native English speaker
Mm-hmm.
say it and then like dubbed over, like had her mouth it or whatever. That's
Uh-huh.
how off-putting it was to me.
Hmm.
And I don't know. It's weird. And the song's not that great either. in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
mean, like, okay, I mean, like, I actually, it's like they're geared more toward Koreans, obviously, right? So that's what I
Right.
told Greg, saying, like, it's geared toward the Koreans, so it's like more for them than the outsiders, right? So,
Hmm.
and,
Yeah.
다시 만난 세계, as I said earlier, is the remake of, well, the cover, not the remake, but the cover of the original song. So it actually was there before, and then na na. How does it go? Like na 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 na. Right? Is it something like
I
that?
don't,
No.
I don't know.
Wait, maybe it's not the cover. Maybe something else. It's like 어리다고 놀지 말아요. Maybe it's that one, but I'm getting a little confused. But anyway, so yeah, we heard the Greg's review, and do you guys agree or disagree? Let me see that. Just comment in the box saying if you agree or disagree with Greg, and see how it turns out.
I have a feeling they didn't agree with me.
Yeah, Sunny and Jessica. I think they lived in America because Jessica has a great pronunciation. So,
Okay, it might have been one of them then. I was just not expecting it, and it really threw me for a loop.
oh. Okay, Sunny lived in LA for a while. Okay. They forgot some. Really? That's so weird. Well, actually, oh well, Tailian kind of agrees with you. He didn't. Oh, never mind. He didn't
No, they're saying
understand.
I
Yeah,
don't
you didn't
understand it.
understand. Never
I
mind.
just don't get it, and I may not.
Yeah, exactly. I
I'm
mean,
not
the
saying.
general appeal of the song, it's like kind of like like not as like it's kind of like so lukewarm-ish kind of song, like, to me. That's how I thought. Like I don't know. That's how I thought, but I thought in general it's like pretty like well made melody and it's not like it. But when I first heard G, I thought it was really really weird actually. It goes like G G G G baby baby baby. It kind of got me like few weeks to get used to it actually. And then when I heard it
Few
over
weeks.
and
I don't know how it's
over,
been like.
like I was like, okay, I guess this is cool. And then it didn't really become my jam, but like I was like, okay, okay, I can live with it.
It reminded me of Japanese songs, which
Oh,
I know nothing about either. So
Japanese
that
songs.
might have been incredibly. Yeah, like
Mm,
you know,
uh-huh. Oh.
songs from Japan.
Okay, so Mari says Sunny's English isn't that great though, I feel like, and LOL. Or maybe because I haven't heard her speak English. Yeah, I haven't really heard Sunny speak English, but I've heard Jessica singing TikTok. And then the pronunciation was on point.
TikTok by Keisha
Yeah.
or Kesha.
Isn't it Kesha?
Interesting.
Don't they pronounce it as Kesha?
Kesha, yeah,
Right?
yeah, Kesha.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Repetitive, you mean the song? Or
TikTok. Oh my god.
but I really love that song because I thought it was very well made, like well composed. It's like TikTok, it's like incorporating the
Key.
time. Which what does that mean?
Keisha. Quiche. Like a
Quisha,
quiche. Keisha.
Keisha.
That's what they wrote in the chat.
Oh yeah,
Keisha.
Keisha. Run Devil Run is also.
It's I don't know how I always pronounce it Kesha.
Is it actually Kesha's song? I didn't know that. But anyway, yeah. So they actually sang the Run Devil Run, and then it got pretty popular, and it's like maybe they made a cover of it. So
It was alright. Good song.
yeah, Run Devil Run. But I personally like the song Genie, and
Genie's alright.
yeah, or Hoot. There's another song, but that wasn't as popular because they weren't really singing it that much. But it goes like 너 때문에 내 마음은 가보될 것도 다시 준 두 번째 찬스. 난 역시 trouble 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 나를 버렸어. 나는 슈슈슈
Okay.
나는 후후후. Oh gosh. Hold on. Yeah, so I thought it was very, very funny, and it was a pretty good song. Well, okay, right now, how about we invite the guest over and talk more about it. How about that?
Sounds great.
Sounds great. Okay, awesome. All right, so first guest will be drum roll.
Please don't bang on the table.
Tailian! Woo! Alright, let's talk to Tailian now.
Hi.
Hello, Tailian! Hi! Welcome to
Hello.
the show. How does it feel like to be on the show right now?
Feels really weird. Like
Weird?
y'all were like talking and I feel like I just came in.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah. I mean, if I were the guest, I would feel that way too, but we'll try to make you feel comfortable as much as possible. So,
Uh,
yeah, so what did you think about Greg's opinion or the three songs that we talked about?
Okay, for Into the New World,
Uh-huh.
like the plane and like the reason why they were all like different roles
Uh-huh.
was like girls' power,
Uh-huh.
because girls' generation,
Uh-huh.
like it's like feminism, I guess. Like they're all trying to show girl power and that like the girls could do anything. And so
so,
she paints the motorcycle pink and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
through the
So
power of
cringy.
feminism, they are able to tell they communicate between and the ground. Is that how that works? I
No.
mean,
I feel like if you were learning how to fly like an airplane,
Uh-huh.
you would also have a coach like on
in the
ground.
plane,
In the plane.
in the plane,
The like the
they
headphones
don't
or
let you
whatever.
fly by yourself.
Wow, Greg is very upset about that.
I just
Knew how it like how to
that
fly.
plane
but
part
he was
killed me.
doing, like well, what kills me every time is Choyeon's like dance break in the middle of a video.
Dance break? But dance break has been like very traditional. I mean, the Korean music
I expect a
videos.
dance break. I don't expect flight
You know,
instructors on the
But
ground.
she's all like she like puts on her sneakers and like stretches and then just does a full on dance break for no reason.
Oh, I mean, okay. So, Nicole is saying there's no explanation for the video because it's a silly video. But I agree with that. You know, all the music videos they don't really make sense. You know, it's all about just like
Yeah,
showing
they're all
beautiful, like
really
for the attraction.
nonsensical.
Yeah, nonsensical for girls. They're trying to make it like trying to show off their like nice body. That's how the music video is
Hmm.
portrayed. And for guys, more like their body also, but more masculinity.
Wearing their
Yeah.
tiny little shorts.
All right, Taylor. Let me ask you the question. So, for the three of the songs that we talked about, like the ones that we are discussing right now, which one would you say is the best for you?
Mm, I personally like I Got a Boy.
Oh, yeah.
However,
Mhm.
G
Mhm.
like was one of the first K-pop songs I ever heard.
Oh,
So it
really?
kind of brought me into K-pop.
Oh, that brought you into K-pop?
Well,
Ooh,
Interesting.
kind of.
kind of.
It's like a long story.
Oh, I see. Would you like to like unfold the
Do you want to
story
get
a
into
little
that?
bit?
I'll just it's not that long.
It's not that long.
Basically,
Okay.
there's a lot of in elementary school there are
Uh-huh.
a lot of Korean foreign exchange students.
Uh-huh.
So I got them like all over at my house for a sleepover,
Mhm.
and
Ooh.
they showed me Kokboda Namja, like Boys
Oh
Club,
yeah,
and
drama.
so I watched all of it and
Uh-huh.
bought the soundtrack.
Uh-huh. Oh
And
my
so
gosh.
I started listening to SS501
Uh-huh.
when I was like 9,
Uh-huh. Oh my
and
gosh, yeah. Uh-huh.
and then I kind of forgot about K-pop, and then I heard Sorry Sorry by Super Junior, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what like got me back into K-pop.
Ah, I see, I see. So you kind of have a long history with the K-drama, and then I see. But what was the thing that drew you into G, though?
Well, actually, my dance company at the time, we
Mm-hmm.
were doing like a culture
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Uh-huh.
So we did Sorry Sorry,
Uh-huh.
G,
Uh-huh.
and Eat You Up by Boa.
Oh my gosh, I'm a big Boa fan actually. I love Boa. And each was the like I thought she was gonna do great in America, but she didn't success. She wasn't successful, and Ichiro was just left abandoned.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think it's because like she didn't really have a good voice to compete with other like actual singers. Like no, I'm not okay. I'm not saying that she's a bad singer, but compared to American singers, like her vocal wasn't as powerful as them. That's how I was thinking. But going back to Girls' Generation, do you have your personal favorite other than these songs that we talk about?
Mm, I really like I like O a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
they have a Japanese song called Flower Power,
Flower
which I
Power.
really like. It's so good. It's
What?
really good.
Oh, really? Okay. Why, Greg? Why are you laughing?
That's just a funny
It's,
name.
well, the lyrics, it says like butterfly buta spider because it's in Japanese, but it sounds like butterfly pooped a spider.
I was thinking Reading Rainbow. Butterfly in the sky.
So butterfly puta
Spider.
spider. Yeah, it does sound like a butterfly puta spider.
I guess, yeah.
That's funny. But I mean, you have the common ground with Greg about the
I like O.
oh yeah.
O was
So
good.
I had him listen to O before we started because he kind of showed up on the Wikipedia, and then it was one of the songs that was presented, and then it goes 바를 사랑해, and it's like what is the why do you like it? Like I'll ask both of you guys, why do you guys like it?
Well, I like how, well, if you look at the music video, they're all wearing like cheerleading outfits with
Mm-hmm.
visors and like perms,
Mm-hmm.
which is like really hilarious. And then all of like the dance is really cute, I guess. They're like, oh, 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 oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's true. That's true.
And like the end is so cool. It's like, I like the instrumental, I think, like the
Oh.
backing track.
That part? Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that one is pretty cool. Yeah, I like that part, but I don't like the old part. I thought it was pretty cringy actually.
I think the
Cringy.
I
Uh-huh.
think the cringy part is the oppa oppa I'll be down
Yeah.
down.
Oh yeah.
That part. Like the one word I know in Korean.
Oppa. And then Greg, then why do you have the similar aspects? I mean, similar like opinions about it with Italian, or do you have your own?
Um, like I get. Well, I just, it's an alright song. I mean, it's like they're not really my group. I don't. It's not really tailored for me. So it's one of the. I don't know. It's catchy, so I guess that's why I liked it. I don't know.
Oh, but it's like I thought it was
No,
as catchy
it's-
as G though.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
G. That's
You
what I'm
said
saying.
you don't like G.
Well,
I like G.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh wait, did you say that? Okay, sorry, I'm
I
getting
did say
confused.
I'm pretty sure
it's
O.
the other two I didn't like.
Oh, I see. Okay. Uh huh.
I think O was the repackage album.
Repackaged album.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. So basically,
Mhm.
sometimes if like a group is gonna come out with a new song,
Mhm.
they need to have it like with an already good song. Like for example,
Mhm.
Shiny came back with "Tell Me What to Do"
Mhm.
as a repackage for One of One, which was already a past album.
Uh huh.
So what they did was they made like a mini album for O
Uh huh.
and put G in it,
Oh.
so it would get more popular.
Oh, I see. I
Piggyback.
see. Yeah. But I mean, okay, so actually on the TV show they kind of talked about behind the story when they were singing "Oh," and then they actually had to break it down, cause like when they say oppa, like it's like oppa 사랑해, like I love you, like oppa, and then they said it was too cringy to sing it the whole part, so they actually broke it down. Oh
I
oh oh
believe it.
oh, and then pare 사랑해. They didn't really put the oppa together. Because they sang the O part first, and then sang the rest of it later, and then they just broke it up. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, all right. I think it's up. The time's about to be up, and do you have anything you wanna share, Taylene?
Not really.
Not really. Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm putting you on the spot. And then, do you want to say anything to Greg though? I know you had like complaints about some stuff.
You can talk some smack.
It was basically just that, like about Into the New World, and
Uh-huh.
I found the mannequin thing about G like absolutely hilarious. How like well, it's like a storyline. So they're all mannequins,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guy like Minho like
Mm-hmm.
takes them, and like once the shop is closed, they're like, "This is our time.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna sing about why we're beautiful."
Oh yeah.
That's the whole song.
All right.
And
Still a
then
weird video.
yeah, and then but the G actually goes saying like 너무너무 what to do in the show. G baby baby baby. And isn't it like talking about the lover of the girls, right? Like, cause like it's too shiny, like too like bright, and it's too handsome, too gorgeous, and they're talking about and then G baby baby baby, and then it was like why G though, like why G?
How do mannequins have lovers?
Oh my gosh.
You keep putting everything so literally.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
have
a
you
song.
heard of a story? What is it? The Nutcracker. How does he have a lover? Uh huh. Nutcracker.
Who?
It was originally a human turned into a nutcracker.
Yeah, he's like a prince or something.
Oh really? Okay. My bad.
Yeah. What are you talking about, man?
My bad. Oh my bad.
Like what?
But yeah, but anyway, you get the point, Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, thank you very much, Taylor. Alright, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you, come to me. I'll come to this show as a guest again.
Come to me.
Come to me. Well, thank you so much, Taylor. Thank you, and bye. I'll talk to you later. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Bye.
Wink. We'll talk to you later. Wink.
Wink. All right. So that was Alien, and we give a round of applause to Alien. Thank you. Cause like we were running out of people to actually be on the show, so I actually put on an announcement. Yeah, so I will put an announcement saying, "Oh, this is like I'm looking for one more person to be on." So yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's just that. Yeah, so and then she was like, "Oh, I want to be on." So I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then like she had a different Instagram account, and so I thought it was someone else, but it was Taylor, so I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna say that about it." But now I can say. I already told her before, but anyway, and Superwoman, we're not done yet, so we have one more guest coming up. So
But wait, there's more.
there's more. Yeah, don't be so sad about it. All right, so who is going to be the next guest?
Bang that table, man.
Greg
Film.
Hillenberger. Woo! Okay, Hillenberger, please come out.
Please come.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
Hey.
Hey. So Hillenberger is the person who uses the emoji looking ID, so a circle and something and circle. So yeah. Anyway, how are you doing, Hillenberger?
Good.
Good. Awesome.
Are you
Okay. So you're enjoying the show so far?
I guess. I haven't been listening like half of the time.
Oh really? Oh.
Wow.
Well, okay, Greg. We need to improve. We need to work on this more. This is a problem.
Greg, it's I have a reason.
Okay.
I'm doing notes for school.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'll give you a pass.
nice save.
Yeah.
Education comes first.
Oh yeah, but anyway, but you can be honest with us, you know. You can just tell us straight up saying you guys are boring. You should work on this. You work on that, you know. And then we're just gonna cry in the corner, and
That
then we'll
Bini
get
guy's
over
not
it.
working out.
But anyway, so okay, let me ask you this again. So I'm gonna ask you if you agreed with Greg or not, or and
What
then
did he
Why
say?
does it have to be like a confrontation between you and the guest?
I don't know, to make it fun.
It makes it fun.
Yeah. So him.
I don't remember what he said. I know he said something about into the new world, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
He was like, oh, the music video's weird. It doesn't make sense. There's some girl yelling. Okay. The other ones I don't really remember,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I
Mhm.
guess I kind of agree, but like,
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to tell her how to fly a plane from the ground. They weren't
Here
even
he
using
goes again.
radios. They were just yelling. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So what is your argument with that Hilberger, or do you agree with him?
I don't know. When I saw that, I was kind of just like, is she what? I kind of questioned it, like how
Uh-huh.
Greg was. But then I was like, whatever. K-pop's
you
weird
just
anyway. Nothing ever
you just-
makes sense.
Blindly accepted it.
Blindly accept it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, so Nicole said she spaced out for a bit, and then Greg was yelling about planes again. I think we need to work on the entertainment part. We need to be more entertaining in the
So
show.
I need to yell more about planes.
Yeah.
Mr. Taxi, yes, bros, yes.
Mr. Taxi,
Taxi.
taxi,
I love
taxi,
Mr. Taxi.
taxi.
Didn't listen to that one.
Yeah, we have. I kind of listened to it a little bit. And then that's the only like Japanese song. I think they didn't release it in Korean.
I got into Mr. Taxi because of Vocaloid, because I was a huge weeaboo.
Ooh, okay.
But I was like, wow, this song is so good. It's probably original, right? And I never knew what it was, and then I got into K-pop. I was like, oh,
Ooh.
it's Generation.
Nice, nice. But anyway, like, so let me ask you the question then. So those three songs that we talked about, right? What is your favorite?
Okay, so like, I really like ballads, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I really like those kind of those songs.
Those songs? What is it?
Kind of like Into the New World, like that kind of vibe.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Because like it kind of reminded me of like Japanese music, or like
Uh-huh.
Into the New
Yeah.
World reminded you of Japanese?
kind of it like started off kind of like an anime opening almost.
Oh,
A
okay.
bit, a little.
Hmm.
But then I prefer out of those three, I Got a Boy.
I got a boy.
Oh
Oh,
my
so you got a boy, my chin. You got a boy. So you want a boy on your chin, and you want a boy chicken.
I love male chickens.
Your male chickens. Oh wow! Look at Greg's face. Anyway, yeah, so, but, I'm sure, I mean, you mentioned about Mr. Taxi, as Rose Bloom said, and thank you, Rose Bloom, for mentioning it. And yeah, so, what is your favorite, most, like, what's your, like, favorite test, not most favorite, I would say,
Wait,
out of
for-
all the songs
for
from Girls'
Generation-
General.
Girls' Generation, does
Mhm.
this also count TTS? And, like,
TTS?
or
Is that a new song?
Tetiso?
TT?
Tetiso?
Is that subgroup in the
Tetiso?
group?
Oh, Tetiso, yeah, yeah, TTS, yeah, of course it counts, yeah.
Tetiso?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm between like 3 songs.
Ooh, okay. 3,
So,
alright.
First is Mr. Taxi. Second is Catch Me If You Can.
Uh-huh.
Third is TTS's what is it? It wasn't
Oh, you
what is
mean
it?
the Twinkle?
No, it wasn't Twinkle. It was the other one. Wait, TTS.
That one song, with the
That was
music.
Wait. Was it Twinkle? I don't think it was Twinkle. It was Holler. I like Holler.
Holler. How does the song go? Can you give us some quick, like, you know?
Holler, holler, na, na,
Uh-oh.
na.
She's got some pipes.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah.
But like cause I heard that during like some KCON video I found on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this is so
Ooh.
nice. So then,
What is
yeah.
KCON? Is that like a convention for K-pop?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh boy, that is something I'll need to avoid.
Oh boy.
Taily. Yeah, so it's very I mean, I don't know like what was the reason behind they actually made the smaller mini album with Ted Tisa, but you know, whatever, it
I
works.
kind of think it's because
Uh-huh.
those three have like the strongest vocals, maybe because
Maybe,
Taeyeon
yeah. I know Taeyeon
That's a
has
cool
a single too.
Yeah.
And she has the song that goes 만약에. It was a 홍길동 a drama, right? I don't know if you guys know, but like it's actually the OST for 홍길동, the K drama, and it goes like
Watch K-drama.
만약에 내가 간다면. You guys don't know the song? I guess
don't
not.
listen to K-drama music.
Oh, okay. It's just
Or
but did you
K-drama.
say
love
you get
K-drama. K-drama is my jam.
K K drama is
I don't know
your
what you're talking
jam? Oh my gosh.
I'm just no, I don't know what any of that is. Is that like soap operas?
Maybe
Yes.
wait, maybe. Oh, okay, maybe. If you hear this part, you'll know. Cause like, didn't you say you like a ballad,
Yeah.
right? 내가 바보 같아서.
It's like really familiar because like my mom, she watches a lot of that stuff.
Oh, I
I'll
see.
randomly hear
Yeah.
stuff, but then I'll never know what it is.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I'll
sure
never try to figure it out.
it's like your ear is familiar with it, but I guess yeah, you really don't know the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the song. But yeah. So but I actually want to ask you if you know any like controversies or any like like some like news that's going on.
What's some juicy gossip?
Yeah, just see gossips about that.
I don't think there's any juicy gossip.
Oh,
But the one
I
big
know
thing was the Jessica actually.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
yeah. Why'd that
I
girl
don't
leave?
think anything else.
I mean, there were some reasons. They say like it's because of Jessica was such a bee, you know.
Oh.
And then
No,
actually,
not
she was doing business when they were touring in America, and then she didn't really have a time for the girls group, and then that kind of goes against the breaching of the contract, so. Was and then the SM wasn't happy about it, so they kind of kicked her out. And then some people say she just like quit, but it's more of a got kicked out kind of stuff deal,
What
Breach
a
of
waste of all
contract's a pretty big deal.
the hard work.
Mm-hmm.
The hard work to get into a girl group. Like,
Yeah, I know, but I feel like I think it's because like she got married to a really rich guy or something.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like there's a dating scandal. Like as Nicole is saying, yeah. So like I don't know what's exactly the reason, but I've heard that she's not a really good person in general. So
Ooh.
yeah. So, but that's one of the juicy gossips. But that's a long ago. So it says like it's
So juicy.
So September 2014 is when Jessica departed from the group. So yeah. So I think the time is up for Hamburger also. So do you have any like things
Closing
that
thoughts?
closing thoughts?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
I should ask people who are gonna be on the show to prepare for the closing thoughts. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm just
please,
like
please.
keep putting them on spot, like making them feel awkward about it.
You're really good at putting
Oh my
people on the
god.
spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have anything to say. Okay. Let me just say one thing.
Uh huh.
I prefer TTS over the entire.
Gasp!
How dare
Gasp.
you?
Gasp!
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it was like that like last year, but then I kind of like drifted away.
But that's
from them,
fine.
So.
It's okay. Everyone has their own moments. So, it's
Are
like,
you triggered that I don't like the full group?
I'm not triggered actually. I'm just saying, I'm not triggered at all. Not at all.
Triggered.
I'm not triggered. I'm not. Okay.
You're in denial.
I'm actually just kidding, yeah. But anyway, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of SNSD, but I just like them because of their some songs. But I was a huge fan of Boa. But
Love Boa.
yeah,
She's
Boa,
great.
oh, she's so gorgeous.
Oh my
Like,
god, but like she's hosting Produce 101 season 2, and oh
Mhm.
my god, she's so.
yeah, Boa. Well,
Alrighty then.
thank you for the last word. I like that
Yeah,
last
yeah,
word.
Boa.
Elbert. Yeah, Boa.
Yay!
It's funny how we started off as a SNSD and ended up with a Boa.
It's the same company. It's fine.
That's true. That is very true. It's the same SN
Close
Entertainment. Close enough. Well, thank you, Hamburger, for being guest today, and I hope to see you next time also. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Awesome. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.
Bye.
So so we're ending the show right now. So how do you guys how are you guys enjoying so far?
Yeah, like how you went silent, waiting for a reply that will never come.
Yes, well, be hopeful, Greg. Be hopeful.
I mean, it'll be in text form, but they're not gonna say it.
Yes, but you can say it. So what did you think about it, Greg?
Good times.
Good times.
Yeah, good times. Apparently, it was lit.
Lit. Oh, nice. Pretty lit. Thank you.
I don't know what
Taylor.
that means, but
Lit as like a new word for cool.
Oh yeah, I can't keep up with you kids and your.
Oh
terms.
my gosh, don't sound so old.
I'm gonna be 28 soon.
Ah, come on, don't say it. I'm gonna be 26.
Oh boo-hoo.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna close right now. So did you really enjoy and do you have any final thoughts before we close, Greg?
Well, we have to discuss two things, Bini.
What is it?
The next topics.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the next topic.
Oh.
Oh. So what is the next topic for the movie?
It's going to be
Mhm.
the Fifth Element.
I love that show. I mean, that's a show, but I love the movie. Oh my gosh, I
really?
watched
I'm
it a bunch of
surprised you've seen it.
times. Oh my gosh. Oh, the
You've watched
fifth.
it a bunch of times.
Yes.
I thought you never watched movies more than once.
But that one I did. It was because when I was young, and I just
Oh,
loved
okay.
it. So
It's a great movie.
such a great movie. And so next group, K-pop group is Shiny, as I promised.
Oh boy.
Shiny. It's like the Lucifer song. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, there will be so next next movie topic is The Fifth Element, and the K-pop group will be Shiny. So we'll be talking about that. So if you wanna be if you wanna be our guest for Shiny, and it will be next Wednesday. So if you want to be part of, if you become a guest on the show, then just let me know and shoot an email to me or either Greg, or we're also open in the DM on the Instagram. So don't forget to DM us about that. And oh, I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Good job.
But anyway, that is it for today. And yeah, and please, 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 give us any suggestions if you have any. And we're gonna be open for that, and we're gonna work on more entertainment so you guys don't zone out every time we talk something. So, well, thank you all for coming, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.